So we got the review here, Oyishi from Oviedo, Florida. I'm sure they have other chains, but I've been eating this. In terms of price and value, I've been eating this for over 8 years. When I, go to high school, me and the boys would always go to Oyishi. Yeah, when I went to high school, me and the boys would go to Oyishi because everywhere else, Chick-fil-A, all these other places were a lot more expensive. But this one, they got us right. At that time, it was like $5. Now it's like $7, but with inflation, it's still a steal.
It's only a $2 difference.
So we're just gonna get into it, a little taste test, and yeah, I mean it is the fuel. Every time I'm feeling terrible or something messed up happened or whatever, something I gotta deal with in life, this takes me to the happy place. So we're just gonna do a little taste test. Really good. Sometimes, okay, maybe it's a bit.
Is it dry?
No. Sometimes they put a lot of salt. They put a lot of salt this time. That's the one thing my mom says she doesn't like. She says there's too much salt. She says there's way too much salt.
She doesn't sound like that. She hates it when you do that voice.
Shout out, Mom. She says that there's probably too much salt, and it's too much for her. And honestly, she's overly the salt's not good for her.
It's also an Asian restaurant owned by Asian people. Most likely, it's salt and MSG.
I really like it. It always hits. Every time I go, it always hits. They have the vegetable. You can get it with or without vegetable. I like the vegetable. It's just a little...
Hot take, I think it's a bit better than Sarku, Japan.
What about like Panda Express and the kind of...
That's two different things.
This
is Japanese food. Panda Express is Americanized Chinese food.
Alright, I see. So you gotta compare it to Sarku.
Yeah.
They have these little peas too, which...
But Sarku, the thing about Sarku is that they serve the same shit. That's why I compare it to... Like, you go to the mall, and then there's Sarku, and then they also have the fucking vegetables with it.
Yeah. But, yeah, overall, it's definitely a cop. Like, for the value, you can't go wrong.
And you get way more food than if you went to Sarku.
Yeah, like, if you're guy, girl, whatever, you don't want to cook, but you're also, like, kind of broke, I think this is the perfect play. And then also... It comes with Yum Yum sauce.
Did you bring Yum Yum?
He probably... Is it in the bag? No Yum Yum in the bag?
I might be tripping.
They usually put 2.
Oh, never mind.
Show them the Yum Yum.
You get a lot of sauce.
You get a lot of sauce. They give you 2 of these normally.
Oh, yeah, there's a second one.
You can pay for extra. It didn't used to be like that, but...
Now,
they're running the
inflation.
business.
Yeah, but it's also inflation, and it's also a Chinese-owned restaurant.
Yeah, this is really good. My friends would, always talk about how they love the Yum Yum sauce. She's not a fan of it. I absolutely love the Yum Yum sauce.
There's some Asian people that like Yum Yum sauce. I am just not one of them Asian people.
But, yeah, overall, definitely a cop. Go and get it. Support the people. I've been supporting them for years. Support the people that own the restaurant. It means a lot. I don't want them to... I don't want them to...
It's a nostalgic place for them.
It's a nostalgic place. I don't want them to, raise their... I want them to make a profit. But it's everybody that knows about the Oviedo Mall, they always go to Oyishi.
It's affordable.
Because it's affordable, and everywhere else is taxing, and they're trying to make an insane amount of money, and, that's fine. But it's just... Me, all the homies, the people that can't afford stuff, this is it's a big place in my heart.
Yeah.
Because it's we could go there and actually eat, these other, I could go and not eat.
But the thing is that I like about the location, is that they have their hibachi part of the restaurant, and then they also have the takeout part of the restaurant where you can also sit there and eat. So we always go in through the takeout area, and the thing is you can order there, and you could see they have a little curtain entrance to they also have a grill and the cash register that's separate from the actual hibachi part of the restaurant too. So you see them there, they cook everything fresh right in front of you. and they have their huge, and I mean huge, rice cookers to just scoop up your rice in there. But you'll see them make the chicken, the vegetables, like with the sauce, like they'll just warm those up real quick, and what else? The noodles, they'll just cook right on like that flat top grill right in front of you. And it's just really nice. I've never seen that in a restaurant before, where it has the takeout area that has like, I don't know, 6 tables with like four chairs each that you can just sit at and wait. They also have like a soda fountain area if you want to like a soda fountain drink, or they have like the little, what's it called? It's not a vending machine, but like the fancy little like refrigerator.
Yeah, they
with
got
all the drinks, and they got a good selection. So, I mean, it's affordable for high schoolers, which you don't really see much nowadays.
You just don't see it, like me
at all.
And I remember when it's like either it was like, say Oyishi wasn't there, I probably wouldn't eat. Like, I was that freaking broke, So I really appreciate what they're doing. I think people need to, be able to eat and get fed. I know I'm not the only one too. Like, there was another guy and he was like, man, like, he said that he works all the time, and like here in Florida the rent's pretty high, and he's like, I literally like
cost of
he
living
said, one, he doesn't really have time to eat, or time to cook, and then 2, like, everything's super expensive. He's like, I literally just eat Oyishi 7 times a week. That's what he told me.
The thing is, also, if you don't know where Oviedo is, it's in Central Florida, where we're from. By the time you guys see this video, we're not doxing ourselves, so we won't be here.
Well, I'm not in that area anyway.
I know, but it's close to our areas, so it's like...
I mean, kinda. That's like saying, like...
Orlando's huge, though.
That's like saying we're, like, close to the beach. Like, not kinda.
I mean, we're like 30, 45 minutes out, depending on if you take the highway or,
I know.
like, the toll road. It's like... It's part of the Orlando metropolitan area, if you don't know. And it's really nice. That mall is very nostalgic to both of us, to a lot of kids from middle school and older growing up. It's a slower mall. So
I really hope that mall does well, too. I know this
they're
is
going
like
to.
Just the review, just the review, but that mall's went through so many different changes, and they're currently trying to convert part of it into
apartments?
Like apartments, and they're definitely having trouble doing that. So I'm really wondering in, like, say 5-10 years from now,
it'll do
what's
good.
gonna happen.
It's a good location for apartments, though, too. And when the apartments are there, that means even more people are gonna go to Oyishi, or Oyishi, because it's spelled Oyishi.
Yeah, maybe I've been saying
Oyishi.
it wrong, but
I mean, you're white. It's easier
Be like
to say
that.
Oyishi.
But yeah, overall, go support them. Help the people that help the people, you know what I'm saying? So
I mean, it's still affordable now. I can't believe it stayed
I can't.
super affordable. Like, look at the amount of food.
And the amount of the thing is, this is the thing too, why I love it, is like they could raise their price to $12 and still have people come. But, like, they know they're playing the volume game. They're not trying to make, like, $10, $20 off of a person. I don't know what they make off of this, but it's probably only a few dollars.
Yeah. But if a lot of people get it, that few dollars adds up pretty quickly.
Right.
The people there are always really nice. Sometimes they have pretty strong accents, but they're always pretty, for the most part, easy to understand when they speak English.
Yeah.
They're always super, super, super nice, super kind, super understanding. We've never really had an issue with them, ever. And, I mean, the only thing is inconsistency in, like, the amount of seasoning per time that you go there.
Yeah, I would think that's the only thing, but, like...
But other than that, the quality, the amount of food that you get is a lot. Like, let's say you go to the mall and you go to Sarku, Japan. They're not going to give you this much food even if you get, like, the takeout option. They're going to give you, like, half that portion.
That's true.
Just to fit in each little compartment, right? But yeah, so this is a very filling meal. I'm glad that, it's still affordable to, like, middle schoolers and high schoolers that have, like, pocket money and they just want to go to the mall. But then they get hungry. Everything else is super expensive inside. So this is, like, one of the very few things that kids can still they can still hang out, still learn to be independent, and afford a meal on their own with some pocket change that they get from their parents, you know? Like, oh, hey, like, not kids that get an allowance, but the kids that are hanging out with their friends and their parents are like, oh, here's $20 if you wanted to get something.
Yeah, like for me, like I worked and like I couldn't even like buy stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like you know, like and yeah, I mean it's just so nice that it was there. It was always there.
It's always been a good default for us too whenever we spend time together.
It's like people have comfort foods. This is my comfort food. Hopefully
it's extremely nostalgic and obviously important to his development.
Hopefully somebody that watches this will have the chance to go there and support them and help the people that's helped us. So
yeah, it's a good location, good area. Well, thanks for watching. Yep. Also, it's New Year's Eve, so be safe tonight. By the time you see this, it'll be past that. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye.